Alright, let's do this. I gotta quickly brush off the front of my car. But I'll be right back. It is snowing like crazy. So we got this. Holy cow. Yeah, it was snowing pretty good when I came home last night. It's still snowing pretty good right now. My driveway's not shoveled, nothing. You know, the roads are freaking horrible. And we're gonna see if we can do this. This might be a long stream, this might be just a scary stream, I don't know. I don't know which. I might talk about the snow the entire way. I hope you guys are doing great. Guys and gals are doing awesome. Yeah, we're all over the road. Oh, this is gonna be good. I ended up working a double because nobody wanted to work in the snow, and so I had to drive home in this mess. It is worse. They didn't clear out jack shit. Looks like they plowed once in the middle of the night, and that's it. They kind of gave up, and they're waiting till, I guess the snow stops before clearing. It is pretty bad. I didn't stream last night. Like I said, I worked 16 hours. I am literally like exhausted and tired and freaking ready to say fuck this shit. Obviously, my plan A for leaving the post office looks like a better and better idea, but I wish it worked out. Well, there's a plow right here. He stopped at the bridge. I had to burst through his little plow area. I am sliding all over the road. My tires are probably jam-packed with snow right now, and I'm basically a sled. These roads are a little bit better. I like vlog videos. If you ever hear me even talk about making a perfect video, that isn't a little scuffed and isn't a little, this, and it's over edited, and just so you know, I don't edit any of my videos, even my music videos. I did do some audio editing for the no music, because I played the video without the sound, and the music going through my headphones, without the desktop sound. So all you had was my audio, my microphone, and that's how I did those videos. And I just let the videos ride because I'm singing to the video. It's the exact same video as the music videos. Except that it's without music. That's what I was trying to achieve. But I did not go back and take out the music, like work on editing the music out or anything like that. As far as like most of the other videos, you guys get I just do a raw freaking, you got a raw tape. It's kind of like you have to look for the little hidden gems in the video, which is the saddest thing, because most people only watch about 8 seconds of my videos. I don't have a good enough hook to keep people watching. But with my 3-minute, 5-minute music videos, music videos, people are still only watching about 8 seconds. So it's definitely not the hook. There's definitely not a hook and everything like that. I think most people, it accidentally came up in their video feed, and it started playing after a video that they wanted to watch played. It's probably 90% of my viewers. Disheartening, if you really want to know the truth. And I'm probably not a clicked on, I don't have clickbait, so I'm probably not a clicked on video that people want to come see. For the most part. I think I have probably like 3 or 4 people maybe that actually watch a lot of I say, one person can come through my video library and basically change the course of everything. You find a type of video or grouping that you like gaming or morning commute, for example. Morning commute was not very popular, so morning commute was not very popular, and then all of a sudden it is now my most popular series. Music videos were my most popular by far for the longest time, and then would have to be Started with the Spark, which is my art video. I have hours and hours of me drawing. I have hours and hours of me drawing that have never been seen by anybody else. Not when I did them, not when they were Twitch streams, and now not even when they are YouTube videos. It's just the way it is. I will never delude myself into thinking that I am any more than I am. I have a lot of wonderful people in the community that make my heart soar, but I will never, I can't let my ego take over at any time. I think that I'm well on my way. And I discourage people from actually subscribing and I just get upset when they take advantage of my viewers and hit them with commercials, and I lose viewers because of it. I'd rather people just sit and hang out. It is the one shitty thing about being an affiliate. It is, if I become monetized here on YouTube and I have to set up commercials, the music videos and stuff like that will probably have a commercial at the beginning and at the end, because I can't think of anything better. I don't want to interrupt the video. It's 3 minutes long, and it would be a short commercial. some of the copyrighted claim videos that I have, especially music videos, which are the only copyright claim videos I think I have. I was thinking that they're doing me a freaking favor, and I'm like, I'm not having I could have left it to you the whole time. I'm hitting really hard. But it gives me a little more chance to talk to you guys. I know I talk about the freaking monetization, numbers, and everything like that. But if I ever say numbers don't matter, because there's a thing. I'm not saying, I'm saying that like you are not a number. You are not, you will never, to me, I will never have an entity called chat. I have a place for people to chat to me from. But you are the individual person. You are not chat. I don't do chat said this, chat said that. I might do it when I describe, you know, I was chatting with someone. I still do my best to say that you aren't chatting as an entity with So I'm trying to not get snowed in here. I could get snowed in, but I'm gonna probably leave a little earlier than I normally do. But you guys are the okay, he's on that side, so the plow is coming through here. You guys are the most important You guys are everything. I would not do this if it wasn't for viewers. And I'm not talking subscribers. I'm not talking followers. I'm not talking, people who give me money and run. Because people who don't watch me, no matter how good intention and how wonderful our interactions are outside of stream, the people who do not watch what I'm doing, who do not know, are definitely not as important as the viewers. And that goes for any platform that I'm on. Here on YouTube, the interaction is less. You guys have a little more control over what you see. You have there is 1,100 videos at your fingertip. All varieties, all this, all raw. Nothing is polished or anything like that. I don't do that. I haven't since the beginning. I had an opportunity to. I even had somebody offer to edit my videos, and I took them up on the offer, and they never came through. They didn't come through with a single video after making the offer. It was literally like shitting in the wind, or pissing in the wind, with the wind coming back at me. It was a complete fucking waste of time. And at the time, I had, I think, about 50 videos. It was early on. It was even before Twitch. It was when I was getting started. And they were tuning me in on editing and all this other stuff and the things that I need to be doing. And I just, every time I do something, I always refer back to my very first video and my very first line. I'm doing this wrong. I'm a YouTuber by accident. And if I have to ever, even if I'm monetized, if I have to ever be something that I'm not, it really does mean there's no reason for me to do this, even with 1,000 viewers. Because the moment I do that is the moment I'm disingenuous. I'm not being real with you. And the moment I'm not being real with you guys, the viewers, it's like a why bother? Because already so many people do a why bother on my videos. And I always want to be able to answer that, because this, unlike any other video that you see, unless they are following this formula, and that includes the big streamers, that includes, the editors and everything like that, and the people who, destroying their bodies for views and blaming it on their viewers, and the viewer numbers keep going up. And in a way they're right, but in a huge way they're wrong. They could just stop making videos. Just so you know, those are disingenuous. I started this channel, and I've said this before, to basically, unveil the curtain and show what's going on in the back scenes, and almost make it like a comedy routine about like how we're getting things together. And I didn't even want it to be real. It was going to be kind of scripted. Because most of the good meaty parts of life usually aren't filmed. And I don't care how much of a camera everybody has on them 24/7. Most of the really good things that are going on, most of those heartfelt, tender moments that you see in videos and everything like that, are not being filmed. Or they're staged, they're fake. Or they happened and they're just recreating them. And and they're not fake. They're just not, it's not the actual action that was done. And that happens all the time. I mean, because if you ever watch a raw video, especially like a security camera or something like that, or something where somebody doesn't know they're being filmed, they are completely different than when they're being filmed. And it might be why people like cats and dogs and cat videos and dog videos and kid videos and stuff like that. Because those are probably the realest that you're going to get. But most of them are fake, staged, coercion. Because people think that they're going to get more views if they do that. I personally never want to do that. And if it works for some people, c'est la vie, as they say. Live and let live. More power to them. I'm glad I never did get. I'm glad the editor never worked out. And I am very happy. Yeah. Speaking of it, I shit on Twitch all the time. I'm going to shit on Twitch again, but even now. But the people that I've met through Twitch, I am so happy that I've met them. I'm so happy that they're part of my life. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And if YouTube took off for me, if all of a sudden some magical thing happened, and back 3 years ago, if all of a sudden this magical freaking place, and I was actually earning revenue, not a lot, just some revenue here on YouTube, I never would have gone to Twitch. The Twitch streamer that I was introduced to through I could say his name. I could say Nux Taco. Nux had a forever stream thing going on invited Iron Mouse, who was on Twitch at the time. She refused him, so he freaking clickbaited me, which fucking I'm still kind of upset over that. And yeah, he clickbaited me, and because he put Iron Mouse in the, people doing the Forever stream, and I picked another person who was a Twitch streamer. So I had to create a Twitch account. I had to create a persona. And I have to give credit where credit is due. Thanks to a promotion by Iron Mouse, thanks to the wonderful community that accepted me without reservation, I was as successful, even though I never was affiliate when I started, but I could see the success. I wanted to do the emotes. I wanted to create all these things. I mean, my little yellow gremlin that you see was built to be an emote or an emoji. That's the only reason I created it. I created the little freaking pointy-eared or horned guy. Yeah, those ears or those horns. Yes. It was not created to be serious. I was going to have my own emoji section that did not reflect my avatar. And the main reason for that is because I don't know how long I was going to be a platypus. And then I don't know how long I'm a unicorn or, all those things. I could have been, a bear or a cat or a maid in a maid cafe or a dragon or, henchman of Satan. I don't know what that would have been. I don't know what lesser devils are. I guess they're just lost souls, right? A lost soul from hell. I mean, I could have been anything. Like a mini Hellboy. Anything. And a superhero. I didn't want to have to change out my emojis every single time. And that's what the little yellow gremlin is. It's basically an emoji. With arms and legs. And a little pudgy belly. If I'm gonna get stuck, I might as well get stuck. Yeah, holy cow. This has just been plowed, just so you know. I'm not steady at all. I can go right to that bank. It seems like it's getting darker. It's because it is. numbers do matter. Time watched, that number matters to me more than anything else. But who the viewers are means more to me than how many viewers. I could have, 5 or 6 people watching 30 hours of my videos, and that's worth more than 2,000 people watching 2 minutes of my videos. Or 20 minutes of my videos. That's really what it is. It's 20 minutes. I get microseconds. Let's even say, why do we even put an hour? If it's less time than viewing, it doesn't matter how many viewers there are. Like I said, one of the most important freaking viewers that has come through to me is the crazy one who sat through 1 full hour of me sleeping. And whoever that was, you are amazing. That is the one thing that YouTube does that is either really good or really bad. But it does not distinguish who has watched your videos and who has done anything. It does not tell me a single damn thing about the viewers coming through here. When it tells me my average view is, let's say it's 1 minute. Let's say my average view is 1 minute. So let's say my average view is 1 minute. It doesn't distinguish between the person that watched for over an hour and the 60 other people that watched for 2 seconds or 1 second. Yeah, they didn't even give me a chance to say let's. They have a hand in front of the camera or something like that. Me turning on the video. And that is as close to seeing what my video is about that they have. And that's not like 1 or 2 people. One person watching, even a half hour of the video. The rest of the people end up watching it for almost milliseconds. that's, if I ever say numbers don't matter, that's what I mean, doesn't matter. That number saying how many people are subscribed. Because the truth of the matter is that after 500, it used to be 1,000, but now after 500 people, 500 subscribers, as long as I maintain over that, I guess, it's all about how much viewership I have, and I need 3,000 hours of viewership. They didn't even cut it in half. They didn't even say you need 2,000 hours of viewership with 500 subscribers. It's 3,000 from 4,000. And to me, they might as well tell me that I still need 1,000 and I still need 10,000 freaking viewing hours in order to be monetized, because it doesn't matter. I'm not reaching it. I'm not reaching it after 3 years, and I probably will not reach it after 6 years. Would it be nice to be monetized? Yes. I don't know how many perks there are. I don't even know what it opens up. I have no idea. It's like affiliate. The only thing I knew about affiliate is I could have emojis, and that's why I created my current avatar, is because somebody told me I could have emojis. I think it's ridiculous and stupid. Here's something about work that is kind of fucked up. The exact people that I'm about to go in there early for are the exact people that after I did 16-hour shift just a few hours ago showed up late. And yeah, you can say, hey, it was snowing. Of course they showed up late. It's snowing. I'm here almost an hour early. They left me hanging. And I had nobody, you can't force me into 24 hours. So, if they didn't show up, it was kind of fucked up. And the fact that I got forced the first time meant that somebody thought ahead and said I ain't working during the snowstorm. But yeah. So I'm not in all that fucking great of a hurry to go in and freaking say hi to him. I don't need any of this. I'm not in any fucking great hurry to do this. And they're probably like all itching to get home. They probably saw me pull up. That's why I'm actually parked away from my parking spot that I normally park in. Well, the reason I'm away from my parking spot, the main reason I'm away from my parking spot is because Um, they're parked in it because of the snow. Um, yeah. He's gonna leave me hanging. As always, if you put cool beans in the comments below, that means you watched this video 50 freaking minutes worth of morning commute. Which I'm actually happy I could bring it to you. I'm actually happy I'm not on the side of the road. This is actually really awesome. Let's see if they get out of my parking spot. No. Yeah, we'll do this. All right. Yeah, put cool beans in the comments below. It just would be like you watched. I can't believe you watched 15 minutes of this. Especially me just kind of like going, what am I doing in the snow? I was scared, just so you know. I'm not gonna lie. Wherever you are, wherever you're doing, I hope that if you are getting this snow or you are in a snowy place like this, you are nice, home, safe. You have internet access and you can enjoy the freaking evening. I was thinking this was going to stop, and it hasn't. This sucks. This vampire sucks. I don't know if it sucks more than a vampire, but this definitely sucks. You guys take care of yourselves. You are the most important. You're most important to me right now, just so you know. If you're watching this video, you are the most important. And I think I told you the order, right? Viewers have carte blanche in my book. If you're a viewer, comment. You are the most amazing thing I will do. You would see me bend over backwards for you. The subscribers here on YouTube would be next. Then would be the people following me on Blue Sky, and then would be the people following me on Twitch. And last, of course, I don't think I have any subscribers anyplace else. I mean, I know I have a Kick account and things like that, and I think I have a follower on Kick, and I think I know who that is. As for everybody else, I don't even go into my quick Kick account, and I hate to say it like that. And the one follower, you're awesome, and you're watching these videos, so because you are awesome. But last but not least would be Twitter. I don't know how long I'm going to last pushing to get to the 10K. I have been hovering between 8,800 and 8,820. Um, which, like, I think is almost ridiculous. But somewhere in there. And I go up and down and up and down and up and down all the time. And I'm glad I didn't watch The Rise, because I think that would have, did me getting to 8,000. I think that would have drove me fucking crazy with the amount of people that came and went and the mass numbers of, I've come into Twitter and had 400, 500 people gone in a day. And that was before freaking Elon. So, you know, um, when I moved out of California and I didn't have the same contacts anymore, where I went from 8,000 to less than 1,000 in a few months. I'm glad I didn't watch that. I'm glad I wasn't able to be active on Twitter to just literally watch my demise. Alright, now I gotta go. You guys take care. Like I said, you're very important to me. And be well, be good, and stay safe. If you're in this freaking mess of snow or any type of weather changing or even non natural danger, I hope you have a safe place to be, and you guys stay safe. You are very important to me. All right, take care. All right, bye.